Definitely the sooner the better, and get with them.
A few more of you squish up there.
Because then you can help.
Squishy squish, nice and close.
And also work with them.
The only limit is your knowledge and what you want to do with the board. So you can be as
Yo, don't ever do that to me again. Damn. Nothing. Hi everybody. So everybody was not here when I gave my little speech about this thing. So this is the group that was backstage.
Yep.
Cool. Hi.
Hey, you get to talk again.
Yay. I need a drink or something. Sparky, you got water? Sparky, did you bring a cooler? Huh? Did you bring your cooler?
Not right now.
Damn it.
I'll get you. Martin, can you get some water?
Oh, here,
Thanks, Martin's getting something. So.
I had a bottle of water. So welcome, this is front of house. This is the Allen and Heath Avantis. It's about $17,000. Oh, thank you. Not to put money on things, because what we do here is priceless. You know, we're 20,000 of our closest friends come here to party, and we want to put on a fantastic show for everybody. So that's why we do what we do, and we love it. And hopefully that shows in the set design and the audio system and the lighting design and everything like that. So, oh, I do. So yeah. Main PA system is all Danley Sound Labs. Danley Sound Labs is a company based out of Georgia, and they are known for producing some of the finest stadium audio. So when you think about it, there's a stadium level sound system in a ballroom this size. So this thing is capable of covering about 10,000 people with just the two main speakers that are hanging up there. Each one of those speakers is bi-amped. There are 11 actual drivers in the cabinets. And yeah, they're powerful.
They are very powerful.
As I was explaining to the other group, if I mute everything and just give the main system.
I love seeing the little sliders go on their own.
Like, that is no extra subs. That is just those two speakers in the front. And they hit, you think for their size, you wouldn't get that much volume out of them, but you get a lot of power out of it. And when you add in everything else that is here.
You might want to tell the guys loud noises up there.
Loud nosies!
By the way, you with the PlayStation hat.
Yeah.
Yes, where'd you get that Beware of Mouse?
I've had so many people ask me that.
Yes,
I've had
I
this
want
thing
one.
for years.
Okay, because I want one.
One shop down in the dealer's end, far left as soon as you go in.
Okay, thank you.
I love it.
All right.
So yeah, we've got the total PA system power is about 180,000 watts. It operates on a 100 amp, 3-phase system. The crazy part is the amplifiers are so efficient that even at peak volume, I'm maybe pushing 20 amps a leg, which is neat when you think about it, but then the video wall by itself is using 50 amps a leg. So like, lighting system's probably doing 130 or 140 at peak.
Why a fish?
Why not?
Why a fish? Okay, I'm sorry.
So yeah.
Oh, that's
Input output by dead mouse. I don't know what kind of fish that is. So, anybody have any questions about like the sound system before you come up here and check everything out?
So for the full setup, is this like an AV company that comes in here, or is this just like personal equipment that people have? Or?
I'll get you the money.
It's a plethora of AV companies that do come in. I work for one of the companies. I'm their senior project manager, also audio engineer. My card's up here on the console, you'll see it. Then we have JRP Live, which handles all of the audio, most of the video stuff. And then V2 Productions does the LED wall, more lighting, trussing, stuff like that. So the audio system and related accoutrement and stuff like that are my company. And then everything else is brought in by another pair of companies across 2 different trucks.
Oh, okay. I appreciate you putting my Grand MA3 on a cart so I can easily bring it to my room.
We have
my room party.
You're gonna use the Grand MA3 to control.
we have some interesting pictures with this thing. I don't think we can share. Anyway,
Take it to that kind of party.
yeah, it was in the shower. It was a dirty console. We needed to clean it. So there's a shower green room back there. Oh, that's the other thing I didn't mention.
What's
the
that?
broadcast area that's backstage.
Oh,
There's an entire broadcast studio back there with a Yamaha DM7EX, which is this is all being
YouTube. YouTube, live stream.
yeah that handles the live stream audio.
Anthrocon.tv.
Yep.
Tell your friends who couldn't make it. Log into that.
And like I said, everything flows over Dante pretty much. So we have a fiber line that goes back there that feeds the console Dante channels, and then everything can be routed around wherever I need it to go, which is awesome. And it enables me to do things like I need audio from back there to go over there, but not up here. So just pop it in there and it's done. All of the VJ stuff is audio reactive as well, so that's fun. And they're being fed Dante as well, which is just a mix bus off of my console.
Nice.
And then that's pretty much it. So big power system. Love how it sounds. In addition to what's up there, I've got delays up here to cover the back above the screens and stuff there.
Sounds really good even back
Yeah, I unplugged the drive that has my config and broke my config. One moment.
Right. Yeah, they have confidence speakers over there. Confidence? Oh no, here it is.
Stage monitor.
Stage monitor.
So, and I did leave the DJ gear set up on stage, which I'm sure all of you saw. There's quite a number of fun things that we do on at these conventions. And it comes together. It costs a lot of money to do it, but
Test.
It works.
it works.
Yeah. So I was telling
They're still around. I just like the sound of these better in this room specifically. I use the J3s at I use them at a festival stage in Detroit, and they were like, "We want these." I'm like, "Are you?"
This is me speaking.
That's 40,000 watts of just main PA. Like, are you sure? Oh yeah. Okay.
You can always turn it down.
They kept asking me to turn it up.
Convention I did.
We were doing 105 dBA in the middle of the venue space, and people were like, "Yeah, turn it up." I'm like, "No."
You gotta get it down.
It was 80 feet wide by 130 feet
You're
long.
making it out.
But it was an open air, like crazy outdoor
So it's
thing.
seeing use
So,
like a recording studio that there's literally
anyway,
there's stuff in
what else? Anybody else have any cool questions or want answers to stuff that they're curious about audio? Did you all see the amplifiers and stuff backstage? Yeah.
you saw the buzzing bees back there.
All the buzzing bees.
Stayed away from it. Stay
Wildly
away.
enough, that is the lighting distro that's making all that noise.
Oh really? Oh, nice.
The lighting distro actually takes a 480 volt line, dumps it down to 120. That's why that transformer is twice as heavy. What's up?
How much data is moving over these cables? I'm assuming it's in the order of terabytes a second.
So audio-wise, we're probably pushing, I'd say 400 or 500 megabits per second. Video-wise, you're looking at gigabits, tens of gigabits, because everything flows over fiber. So if you look back here, there's this tiny little loom that goes up there. That's one 12-way fiber, one 4-way fiber, and one Cat6 cable.
Output, which sucks
Cat6
because
cable goes
sometimes
to the console
you
that
have
handles all of
unfilled
the audio,
universes.
But then
This one
everything
you
else
can
goes
fill
to
up
this
as
one.
many as you want until you hit that parameter limit.
which handles everything from video stuff, so you can patch upwards of, I think it's 8 channels of video, and that all flows down to 12-way fiber. And then,
That's a lot of fiber.
yep,
So is it like 40 gig links, 100 gig links?
they're 100. Well, the fiber lines for I think 12G SDI is 12 gig, but I think it's multiplexed, so it actually does it's a multi-mode thing. It multiplexes 4 channels of video down 1 fiber line. I'm pretty sure.
I know you've got,
Don't quote me on that because I don't know the specifics.
all I know is there's more data being used here in this area than like my entire Wayne County public safety radio system.
Yeah.
So there's that.
So
And Wayne County.
yeah, ton of data, which is in the grand scheme of things. Dante lets you do gigabit links, which lets you do 1,000 audio channels, 512 in both directions. And with a latency of, I think it's like 1.5 milliseconds or something like that. Dante tries to get in the sub 1 millisecond category, which is 250 microseconds or something.
Which is fast.
It's fast.
I'm not good at those numbers.
And then, of course, Allen Heath uses their proprietary S-Link, D-Link, whatever the hell you want to call it. Everything I/O is what they say. And that flows over a single Cat6. They also can do fiber, which I don't have a channel count for that because this is a measly 64 channels, versus the DM7 in the back, which is 144. Which is wild that we have a 144 channel audio console for the rest of the weekend, only driving 8 channels.
That's a little backwards. That's like, isn't that what you call DJ overkill?
Something like that.
We wouldn't want to come up a channel short.
Because I like how it sounds on this audio system. The Yamaha stuff, I feel, is very clinical. What goes in is what comes out, just louder.
Yeah.
They don't color the sound.
The Allen and Heath have a bit more warmth to them, I think.
Yeah, and the way that this thing does too, and I'll show you everybody as they come up here. Every single input has its own dedicated preamp section. The preamp section can have tube modeled amplification. It can have other fun things inside of it too. Yeah, you can come up here and take a peek at it, poke around the console. You won't hurt anything, I hope.
Last year you did sell me on one of these if I had the money.
Well, everyone here has their job. Adi with his very good audio stuff. We can talk audio, right?
I could talk audio for several days.
So we have our lighting, video guys back there. You'll definitely see those as we walk around. I have the unfortunate job where I have to speak with the board members of Anthrocon. So I'm the board liaison for technically I'm in charge, but honestly, Martin, they're the guys who really run the show around here.
Oh, Martin, he called you someone in charge.
Yep, you're in charge now. But so my job as an AV is pretty much just making sure everyone has their stuff. Making sure people have just some basic things like do they have their membership ready to go for the convention? The most important thing is usually the budget. We go to Sam or Chitabango and being like, hey, can we have like $500,000? And they say no. That's usually what they say. What's that? Yeah.
We'll settle at half.
We'll
settle at half. It's fine.
But so my job is to make sure to bring the people together, making sure. Oh no, go ahead. Oh, lighting control. The lighting control will definitely help you with that. Can explain better than I can. Here's the thing. I'll be honest, and I will easily say this up front. I don't even know a quarter of the thing that my guys know. Audio stuff.
Excuse me. I'm being yelled at to go get my coffee.
I only play with routers and switches for a layer. I kind of have a general idea of what's going on. My job was just make sure to bring people who do know. What was that? So basically bringing in people who do know what they're doing. set up things like making sure my guys have their rooms, making sure people have their, making sure they're signed up with staff names. Basically just overseeing. I'm the guy who has to go basically to the board, working. Well, I am a board member of this board, but I do work. I am a board liaison. Honestly, I don't think any of my guys want to deal with the internal politics of how Anthrocon is run. So unfortunately, that job fell to me. So.
Do you think I want to deal with Kage on a daily basis? No, thank you.
I was going to ask, do you have to like present like a budget or anything, like a projected budget for
Yes, we do have to. We do have a presented budget. Usually, what we'll do is we'll ask for like this certain number, and all recording devices. We usually ask really high, and then they'll tell us no. We're like, yes. That's usually how it goes. Sometimes they'll be like some years they'll be like,
yeah, I know that.
all right, here's the budget.
The LED wall
That's
here
what you got
was
to work
about
with.
13
Things like that. Honestly, how these guys are able to do every bit of sense out with like making a show like this.
I'd love to.
Last time we spoke in VR chat,
Amazing.
it almost came across as if you were
Things like that. That's usually the big thing we're trying to do.
I would love to.
You'll see Sam trying to bottom my neck
But
sometimes.
for
Like,
now,
I'm like, hey, here's the number. Yeah.
The crazy part is there's so much digital warping going on on the screen. You
But
can
overall,
see
though,
all
I
the
absolutely love it.
pixelation,
Absolutely love being part of this AV.
a little bit of artifacting going on because of how the projector's hung versus how that
Yes, I
screen is.
technically their boss, but at the same time,
You have to
these
like
guys run the
digitally
show,
like
and I'd
shrink
rather
the
have
image
the
down
spotlight
and
on them.
manipulate it. It works at all of the
You
projectors.
always see, like, during closing ceremonies, when they bring the board up, I'm just kind of off to the side and being like, I do not want to be up here.
now you don't have to explain
Sit back
everything.
here and let the music play.
Is that just typical mouse behavior?
Yes,
We don't like
basically.
the outlet stations we have.
Yeah,
These I believe
pretty
are
much how it
2K.
is. But when I'm
We
having
try to
the
do a full
microphone, I am
4K
quick
workflow, but I
to
don't think it.
sing the praises of these guys.
Some things did a little
Adi
down.
has definitely made sure I have not stressed out plenty of times.
Nice
Cool. Thanks.
Bring the people who know the stuff and they'll make it work. But yeah, just a lot of things.